Hello there. So in this video I'm going to be showing you how to analyze data on SPSS. So after coming to your SPSS app and clicking it and it has opened, I'm going to show you how to analyze data. So I'm just going to click one of my data that I have here. So after clicking your SPSS software and it has opened, you enter your data. In the previous video I showed you how to enter data on SPSS. I also showed you how to use the variable view to code your data. So we've already done all that, but in the last video I did not go in depth on how to analyze data. So in this video I'm going to be showing you how to analyze this data that you have collected from your field. So you have gone to the field now and you've collected your data. You've come to the variable view and you've coded your questionnaire and you've entered the data. So how do you make this data useful? How do you get information from this data? How do you get your mean, your standard deviation, your mode, the maximum and the minimum? Also, how do you get your frequencies? How do you plot a histogram? How do you get a scattered plot and all that? I'm going to be showing you all that in this tutorial. So first of all, after entering your data, you come to analyze data, and when you click on analyze, there are so many different type of analysis you can do with SPSS. You can do descriptive statistics, you can do you can compare mean, you can do general linear model and all that. So you can just click any of these. For this tutorial, first of all I'm going to be doing the descriptive statistics, and under the descriptive statistics there are frequencies, they are descriptive, you can do explore, you can do cross table and all that, you can do ratio, you can do P to P plot, you can do Q to Q plot. So I'm just going to be using the first one here, frequencies, and when you click this it will ask you which of the data do you want to analyze. We can choose to analyze only the patient gender, we can choose to analyze only the age of the patient, the counselor name, or we can choose to analyze more than one. So to analyze a data you have to move it from this box to this variable box. And how do you do that? You click the data you want to analyze and you click this arrow and it will move it here. If you did it by mistake, you can click it back and move this arrow and it will go back. Another way you can move this is by clicking the value and dragging it here and it will come back. And if you want to move it back, you can just easily drag it and it will go back. So now for this my questionnaire, I want to analyze the patient gender, I want to analyze the age, and I want to analyze the extent of satisfaction. I also want to analyze the name of the counselor, or let me analyze the number of sessions. So I will just click this arrow. I can also add the name of the counselor also. Let me just drag it here. So to do statistical analysis of this data, I'll click on statistics. So what are the statistical analysis we have? We have mean, median, mode, sum, we have standard deviation, we have maximum, minimum, we have variance, we have range, we have level of squidness. So you have all these options to choose from. So for me, I'll choose the mean, I'll choose the median, I'll choose standard deviation, I'll choose range, I'll also choose the minimum and maximum, I'll choose squidness. Then I'll click on continue. After clicking on continue, I'll click on OK because I'm using the version 26. Other versions may look slightly different, but it's the same thing. So you can choose to show the frequency table or not. So I'll click to show the frequency table, and after I click OK, SPSS will automatically analyze all my data for me. So you can see these are the frequency, this is the statistical table, this is the mean of the patient gender, this is the age, this is the mean this is the mean of the patient gender, this is the mean of the patient's age, this is the mean of the number of sessions of all the patients, this is the median, this is the standard deviation of the patient's gender, the standard deviation of the age, so this is the level of squidness, this is the range, this is the minimum. So all that we clicked, we have them here. Coming down also, this is the frequency table for patient gender, frequency table for the age, the number of sessions, the frequency table for the number for the extent of satisfaction. So we'll say the frequency, the percentage, the valid percentage, and the cumulative percentage. So that is how to analyze to get your mean, median, and mode. So let's do more analysis. What if we want to plot a histogram from this? How do we do that? You come back and click on analyze. Histogram is a descriptive statistics. You click on frequencies, and okay, the variables that we picked are still here. Let's reduce the variables, take out the patient gender, take out the name of counselor, So I'm just going to analyze the age of the patient, the number of sessions, and the extent of satisfaction. And to plot an histogram, I'll click on charts. So there are different type of charts here. We can decide to plot a bar chart, we can decide to plot a pie chart, and we can decide to plot a histogram. So I'm going to be plotting a histogram. For the bar chart, you can choose to show frequencies or percentage. We can also do that for the pie charts. You can show percentage of frequencies. And for the histogram, you can decide to show normal curves on the histogram. I'll click that and I'll click continue. And I'll click OK. And SPSS is going to automatically plot a histogram for me for all the data that I clicked. So the histogram is processing, and here it is. This is the histogram for the age, and this is the normal curves that I decided to show on it. This is the histogram for the number of sessions, so we can see how that goes. The normal curves, how it went up and goes down. This is the extent of satisfaction, so we can see. Let's do for pie chart also. So I'll just click on analyze descriptive statistics, frequencies, and yes, come and click on chart and pie chart. So let's say frequencies. Let's show frequencies for the pie chart, and we'll click on OK. And SPSS is going to plot a pie chart for me. So it's processing, and here we go. This is the pie chart for the age. You can see the frequencies that is showing. So we'll click frequencies instead of percentage. This is the pie chart for the number of sessions. This is the pie chart for the extent of satisfaction. So let's do something different. Let's plot a scattered plot. Let's do a scattered plot. So for the scattered plot, instead of clicking analyze, you come and click on graphs. So there are different type of graphs you can plot. So I'll just click on chart builder. And after I click on chart builder, there are different type of charts I can do. I can do a bar chart, line chart, area chart, pie/polar chart, scattered dots. So we can do histogram and all that. So I'm just going to click on scattered dots. And there are different type of scattered charts or dots. There's a simple scatter. Then we have the simple scatter with fit lines. We also have the grouped scattered. We have the simple 3D scatter. We have the group 3D scatter, and different other type of scattered plot. So I'm going to click on the simple. So to do this now, there are some essential things you need to do. You first click on the one you want to use. So I've clicked on scattered dot, the simple scatter now. Click on it, hold it, and drag it like the instruction says. Drag a gallery chart here to use it as your starting point. So I've dragged it. Another thing you can do is to click on the basic elements tab to build a chart to build a chart element by element. So what I'm using is the drag method. So I'll click it, I've dragged it, and I'm just going to leave it here. And you can see a simple scattered plot has shown here. But you need to also code this simple scattered plot. What is going to be on our y-axis and what is going to be on the x-axis. Usually the independent variable is usually on the x-axis, and the dependent variable is used to be on the y-axis. The independent variable on the x-axis and the dependent variable on the y-axis. So we are comparing two variables now. So let's say for our independent variable, let's use age for example. So to move this to the x-axis, you click on it and drag it to the x-axis. Then to determine the y-axis, let's say extent of satisfaction is a dependent variable. So let's say that is dependent on the age. So we are trying to compare the extent of satisfaction with the age. So how does your age determine the extent of your satisfaction? So let's click that and drag it and put it on the y-axis to create the scattered plot. So now we are just going to click on OK to see what our scattered plot is going to look like. So SPSS has plotted the scattered plot for us, and this is what our scattered plot look like. Simple scatter for extent of satisfaction by age. So we are comparing the extent of satisfaction by the age, and this is what you have as your result. So to use this, to put it in your Word document, if you are trying to write a research paper or something like that. So if you're trying to write a research paper or an assignment, after doing it on SPSS, you cannot submit this file, right? So you click on it, you right click on it, and you can either copy it, or copy as. I would advise you to copy as. On older versions, you see copy special. On the older version, there is nothing like copy as or copy special. You just see copy. But for this latest version, you see copy as. So you can either copy as image, copy as Microsoft Office graphic image object, or EMF. So I'm going to be copying as image. I've copied that now. Then I'll come to my Word document, and so I'm going to paste it there. So I'll just open a Word document right here. I'm going to open a Word document and wait for it to load. So after my Word document loads, I'm going to be pasting it on it. So my Word document has loaded now, and I'll just right click and I'll click on paste. So you can see my simple scattered of extent of satisfaction by age, and I can just write what I want to write under this. The extent of satisfaction is dependent on the ages. So you can just do that, and you can use it to submit your assignment, or you can use it to write your research paper. So that is how it is done. We can also copy others. So you can decide to copy this pie chart, copy as image, come to Microsoft Word and paste it. So that is how you copy and paste to Microsoft Word. So before I end this tutorial, let me do another very important analysis, which is the correlation analysis. So to do correlation analysis, you come to Analyze, then you see Correlate here. So there anything you want to do here, there are multiple responses, others. You can do this log linear, you can do regression analysis, different type of regression analysis. So you just come and click it from the analysis, from the Analyze option, click on Correlate. There are different kind of correlation analysis you can do. You can do bivariate, partial distance, and all that. I'll just do the bivariate. I will already have our data, so you just click on the data you want to analyze: patient, gender, the age of the patient, and the number of sessions. So there are options you can pick from this. You can do the mean and standard deviation. You can do the cross product deviations and all that. Exclude case, you can choose whichever you want. Click on continue. You can choose which options you want here. You can do spearman also. You can make it two-tailed or one-tailed. So I'll make it two-tailed, and you can click this to flag significant correlation. So I'll click that and I'll press OK. And SPSS is going to do our correlation analysis for us, so we can see it. So we can see the non-parametric correlations. SPSS is just very awesome. So we can see our correlations table for the patient gender, for the patient's age, and the number of sessions. So we can see the sum of squared and the cross product. We can see the covariance. SPSS is just awesome, and it's not that hard to use. So we can see the descriptive statistics of each of the patients, the mean and the standard deviation. We can do other analysis also. So let's come to Analyze and do regression analysis. So what kind of regression analysis do you want to do? Let's do a linear, for example. So you come here again and pick your dependent variable and your independent variable. So let's say the age is the dependent variable, and the extent of satisfaction, the age, so you take that back, you click this to take that back. The dependent variable is the extent of satisfaction, and the independent variable is the age. And you just click on plots, the type of plot you want. Let's plot a histogram, or no, let's plot a normal productivity plot. What will be on the x-axis, what will be on the y-axis. You can determine that. Then you click on continue. Then you click on OK to see our linear regression. And SPSS has done it for us. So we can see our regressions, our ANOVA. You can see our model summary. So we can see our coefficients You can see our residual statistics, and this is the chart. Oh my god, SPSS is not just awesome and very simple to use. So we can see our regression standardized, we can see our dependence variable, extent of satisfaction, scattered plot. So this is how to do various type of statistical analysis on the SPSS. If there are others you want me to specifically do, you can leave it in the comment section below and I'll do it for you. And we can just come and copy any of this and paste it on our Word document. So I'll copy as image so it doesn't scatter. Come to my Word document and I'll just paste it here. So you can see our residual statistics. I can come back to SPSS and copy our ANOVA, copy as image, come to my Word document and paste my ANOVA table, and I can write what I want to write under it. So that is how to do the analysis with using SPSS. Very simple. After entering your data, after coding your data and entering it, you can use the analyze, you can use the graph to show graph, you can use the analyze to do analysis. So that is how you do some analysis on SPSS. Come to descriptive statistics for mean, median, mode. You can come here if you want to plot graphs. You can plot different type of graphs, not just scattered dots. You can plot histogram with this. You can plot high-low graphs. You can do a box plot. So that is how to do analysis on the SPSS. If you have any questions, you can leave it in the comment section. I may not be able to cover everything in this tutorial, but I've shown you an idea of what to do when you want to do analysis on SPSS. If there are other ones you want me to cover specifically, you can do correlation data also. You can do bivariate, partial distance. SPSS does everything for you automatically and all that. So subscribe to this channel for more educative videos on SPSS and other educative videos, and I'll see you in the next video. If it was helpful, give it a thumbs up. Bye.